Hello and welcome to the Leeds House and Not Another Leeds podcast. We're merging, we're like Power Rangers, and we put our swords together to make Not Another Leeds House. Anyway, I am a person who sets up dates for blind people. You might know me. Surprise, surprise, I've also got your mum back there, and you might not have seen her since 3 years before you were born. It's me, Cilla Black. Anyway, he was returned. Old Kev. He hasn't been on our show for a couple of weeks. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. Just dealing with some stuff. And now I'm back, and I've got new glasses on as well. Oh, yeah.
Woo-woo.
Sugar Bees. The missus bought them for me because she hates my other glasses. So, yeah.
You look better, mate. And we've got the other merge of our new show. Danny, how'd you feel, mate? Do you feel better now?
Good eye. Welcome to Not Another Leeds House. I don't know what accent that was. Sorry, lads. I've completely ruined that. But I'm good, mate. Yeah, thanks. I'm a bit tired from walking around all day. Been to see the animals, not Millwall. I've been to Yorkshire Wildlife Park, so I'm pretty tired.
I thought you were going to say you're on the Three Peaks again then. I don't know. I don't think.
Oh, have I mentioned Three Peaks? Did I say that?
Not today, anyway, yeah.
What are you talking about? The Three Peaks?
Oh, do you not know? I did the Three Peaks a couple of weeks ago. 9 hours, 48 minutes. It's about the same time that you could download something off AOL.
That's true,
yeah. There's not many people that spend that long in a brothel, to be fair, so you did well there. 9 hours.
You did, yeah.
It's about the journey, not the destination, lad. You know what I mean? I'm just not a selfish lover, that's all.
But did you meet that destination? Did you ever arrive there?
I didn't know. It was delayed.
Yeah, disappointing.
Strikes. You know, what can you do? Unions.
We've just gone 2 minutes into this podcast without even mentioning football once.
Well, what do you expect?
Plenty of balls.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, there's always balls involved, isn't there?
There's always balls. Always balls.
It was implied.
Anyway, so we haven't spoken since me and Danny was on last week. There's been 2 games happened. I know you guys touched on the QPR game on Danny's show on Friday. But we can have a little chat about it if you want. So
yeah, I think we won, yeah.
Did we win? We won that
did,
game.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dan, did we win that game? Do you want to confirm what Kev's just said? Because I'm
C.
He said C. You can see.
Yeah. We made hard work of it, but we got there, didn't we?
Did we make hard work of it, or did we just sort of be like, we don't really need to play our best, and it didn't really cause us any that much problems, did they? To be honest with you,
they did nearly murder Patrick Bamford, though, didn't they? You know, that's not fair.
My theory on this was that I put a tweet out about it that Patrick Bamford's legs have got PTSD from tackles. So any legs that come flying towards him, they just shut down and he fell over. I think that's what happened with old Paddy Bamford there, yeah.
They just jerked to the side. Is that what his legs do?
They just lost all like the bones disappeared for a moment and just all went.
It's his fight or flight kicking in straight away, isn't it? And
definitely flight.
Definitely flight on that one, wasn't it? Yeah.
His legs move that fast that it looks like they glitch, but they actually move to the right or left of the tackle.
Matrix legs.
Yeah, if someone was running,
Matrix legs.
It was the way he was running against QPR that had me laughing as well. He's had like his arms down near his side going like that, like a weird Raheem Sterling run as well. He's hilarious, Patrick Bamford, isn't he? And just
but if he is.
Do you think he's an evil? I think he might be an evil person inside, you know. I really do.
He's definitely playing on it now. He's definitely playing on the whole sort of every time. He said it yesterday as well when he sort of started to go down holding his face and that, like, look, nothing happened to you, mate. What are you doing? But I think it's a game he's playing now, definitely.
Yeah.
It'd run faster if he just cut his massive whop of hair. Do you know what I mean? I think his hair slows him down with that massive quiff. I mean, I can't complain because I'm streamlined. For those visual viewers. But
a bit of a haircut, hasn't he? He's had a little bit of a haircut recently.
He didn't. Danny just snuck in his house and shaved his head and put all his hair in a bag. He's ready to slap it on his head.
Yeah.
For those who listened to last week's, it's on a barber shop, and I'm ready to slide across it.
Breakdown. So yeah, that happened anyway. Paddy Bamford, and I want to just call something out. I called that they wouldn't have a shot in the first half on target. Me and Danny spoke about it. I said, I don't think they'll have a shot, and I think they've registered one that counted as a shot off target. But when you see it, I think it went up for a throw. So,
and then second half, we had 10 shots to their 1. I think in the second half.
Yeah.
Well, I think they didn't have a shot on target until like the 90-something minute, which was that save earlier.
Yeah, but people are shitting on it, aren't they? They're shitting on it because we're not blowing them away like 4 or 5 goals, but it was comfortable. I felt comfortable. You get a bit nervy when it's 1-0, but I didn't think they were going to score. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be honest, I don't think anyone's going to score against us at the moment. But yeah, you're right about the nerviness, though. You even had it yesterday.
Yeah.
Even had it yesterday.
You do.
What are you laughing at, Danny? What are you laughing at now?
Nobody's going to score past us. That's all.
Except for yesterday.
Except for yesterday. Yeah, except for Naismith, yeah. But that was our fault as well. So.
Yeah, that
I don't know what I'm on about. Yeah,
too much injury time, so that one didn't count anyway. Too much injury time.
Yeah.
That one. We'll try and get that down to a 0 goal. So I know what you're saying, Kev. You're not counting it.
Yeah,
because it was against us, and we just don't count them goals.
No, any goals against us don't really count, and if a goal is scored, it's a fucking conspiracy against Leeds, isn't it? That's what it is. Yeah. If any goals score past Leeds, it's a conspiracy.
Always. Do you know what I'm saying, mate? Always. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, a lot of we've won the game, we haven't conceded, and there's still so much negativity about it, and it blows my mind that some fans are like, it's still not good enough. I'm like, we're going to get 1-0s. We're going to get games where we just scrape the 1-0s. But we were still dominant, I thought.
And I mentioned this the other day as well on Friday, that Leeds always play shit in midweek. Always. Never good, are they, in the midweek game? I can't remember a midweek game apart from... No, can't even think about it. I can't think of a good midweek game we've had in the past 2 years.
But it's still much better than QPR.
Yeah, definitely. And we won as well. So I don't mind. If we win every game 1-0 for the rest of the season, I'd be jubilant is a good word I could use.
Jubilant.
Wow.
Someone's been reading the thesaurus.
Yes.
Someone's been looking at the Queen's face for ages. But
I think we're back.
QPR. Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to say, I think we did batter him, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just reminded me of that Simpsons meme. It was like, stop, he's already dead. It's just like that sort of vibe. But I think they didn't. It's a good job they're rubbish, and all they did was just lump it up top and chase it. I mean, the odd one they did get through, but it's because I think we had the pace at the back, didn't we? But other than that, they were absolute.
One thing I want to bring up here about QPR that I haven't spoken about yet, by the way, how fast is Joe Rodon?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not about QPR, but yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean...
rapid, isn't it?
Yeah, the way he ran back against QPR, I'm on the back. I don't think I'm with it today, guys, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm going to chat some...
That's all right.
But yeah, how fast is Joe Rodon?
He is rapid, to be fair. I thought you were going to start talking about Les Ferdinand or something when you said something about QPR, but yeah, Joe Rodon is rapido. You know what's funny about QPR? It's like we went 1-0 up, and usually it sort of makes teams come out a little bit more, but they just absolutely stayed playing the way they were. They were like, nah, we'll still defend this.
Especially in the first half, yeah.
Yeah, I think their game plan, I mean, they started lumping a few balls into the box second half, but I think their game plan was just literally to stay in the game as much as they can until the last 5 minutes or so, and then they were going to really put us under pressure that way and pump the ball into the box. But we're dealing with so many balls in the box, haven't we?
Really? Yeah, our big man, their big man, who they were meant to be lumping it up to had a goal.
Landon Deutsch, the Australian Scotsman.
Yeah.
Yeah. What annoyed me about that towards the end of the game, that we didn't register a shot on target. Can we talk about Bamford's free kick, please?
No.
Can we just rant? I mean, we all love Bamford.
What free kick are you talking about? Because I didn't see him take a free kick. I seen him pass it back
sorry.
to the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that wall deflection pass that he tried.
He was so sad about that goalie getting sent off for an air shot. He went,
Oh, so you saying that it was a sympathetic miss? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
4D chess from your brain, is that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's his like giving to charity.
Yeah,
That's what he does. Yeah. That's the way it's charity.
he's been doing that for a while, then, hasn't he?
He's a very charitable person. We'll just say that.
Yeah, but he looked at least 5% of himself against QPR as well. So if he can get another 5% on top of him, he's going to be such a player. He is, Patrick Bamford.
Everything other than in front of the goal, he was good at.
Yeah,
Even
again the other night, it was so good until he gets in the 18-yard box. Then he's shite.
It's a conspiracy.
Shit backs at free kicks as well, like getting kicked.
Is
still exactly the same.
The government put a chip in Patrick Bamford's head, and they've put sensors around the 18-yard box throughout England and wherever. And when he enters the 18-yard box, his brain goes and he can't see the net. So that's why he misses half the time. I'm telling you now, that's
it. It's definitely that. It's the only thing that explains it all. It's definitely that.
It's the only logical solution.
Or before every game, someone whispers in his ear like, "If you score, Labour will win."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
head just blows every time he gets to the box. Anyway, so yeah, comfortable. 1-0, comfortable. We'll have a lot of games like that this year. We will.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have games where they will score right at the end because it's just the nature of the business. But if we can keep holding off, like obviously Wednesday and yesterday, great, mate. I'm happy.
Well, just going back to what you said about the negativity online, it's obviously mainly online, the negativity. But a lot of Leeds United fans are very reactionary. I try not to be very reactionary online because it's got me into trouble a few times. Yeah. But it's just like, it's because we're not blowing, like you said, we're not blowing teams away 3 or 4-0 like Watford or Millwall. But it's the Championship, like Kev, you said, didn't you?
Like, good blow away.
Yeah.
Go on.
The train's crashed in my head. My train of thoughts crashed.
Sorry, mate. I always do that. Right shit bag.
No, it's like because they're so reactionary. They expect 4 or 5 nils every week, but this is the Championship. We all know what it's like. It's the hardest league, in my opinion, to get out of. It took us nearly 20 odd years to get out. I mean, and it just...
Oh no, we was only in there for 1 year when we first went in there, and then we got out straight out.
Went to League One.
Yeah, it went down.
Yeah, that's the opposite way. You're right.
Do you know what? Going back to that, I remember when we had David Healy and Rob Hulse, and I thought we were going to smash the league. I did.
Yeah.
Well, we got to the playoffs, didn't we? We got to the final, and then Watford just went. Well, yeah, it was a terrible day.
Young Ashley Young. That's how long ago that was. I think he was 18 in that game.
He's now called Ashley Old.
Ashley Old, yeah. Oh, I remember that. I was in tears that day. That was a bad day. That was.
It was. But we're not there anymore. We're in a better place.
I remember who had a big chance in that game and should have scored for us and could have pulled it back. Was it Sean Gregan?
Just hearing that name makes my arsehole go.
Yeah, we had Sean Derry as well, didn't we, in the team that time?
Sounds quite angry.
Yeah.
Sean Derry.
We got a cream back in the day. It was. I have. It's called promotion.
Yeah.
One dab makes the pain go away.
We've lost again here.
Derry,
sorry.
the old Palace, spy. What was that about?
He's a weirdo.
It's mental, weren't it? Like was he giving information to Crystal Palace or something? I can't remember. It's crazy. Well, Dennis Ward just accused him of it anyway and booted him out. Oh, like your hair now, get out! You can't.
Oh, James, you just dropped
I
a
said
bar.
Can't.
Oh, okay.
C-A-N-T. I said can't. So
yeah, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's fine.
Moving on. So the presser.
That were a good save.
Thank you. The presser was interesting, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Kev has not stop texting me pictures of Farke and just the squirting water emoji in the messages because he loved it that much.
Want to water fight with Farke
I do, yeah. I'd lose
in wide
on
front.
purpose. Yeah. Oh, he's great, he is.
I want to say though, Kevin, I did
Yes.
call the decision to put Rutter up top. Remember, I said like you'll put him up there because he'll require more work from the front man, the running, closing down the first press, and it just leaves Pirot in that space to sort of operate to get layoffs and arrive late and score. So that's another good call for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But I think it works. I think Rutter, like I said before, I don't think we need number 10. He's creating so many big chances week on week. Even when he's not playing well, he's still dangerous, man. We don't need a 10, in my opinion.
Daddy, do you have a stat about Georginio Rutter from yesterday? Or from the past month, maybe?
From the past month?
Yeah. I saw something today that Georginio Rutter has created more big chances than any other player.
11.
Yeah, than any other player since the beginning of September.
That's basically one big chance. That's one big chance per game. That is basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Mental. That's mental.
He created 3 big chances yesterday, and that was a joint first.
Hey,
mate, we don't need a 10, mate. He is
3 big chances and 5 chances created. I'll give you his full stats if you want, courtesy of LUFC data.
How big's his thighs? Go on, start there.
82 minutes played, 45 touches, 12 out of 16 successful passes, 8 duels won, 8 ball recoveries, 5 chances created, 5 shots, 5 passes into the final third, which is great, 3 out of 6 successful take-ons, 3 big chances created, 3 times fouled, 2 big chances missed, 2 clearances, 2 offsides, 1 tackle, 1 foul. Standout performance for a 21-year-old. Just great, isn't it?
He got a goal this as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
He also missed rather starting game as well.
Oh.
Should we talk about that?
I mean, it was bouncing funny. I'll give him that, you know.
I'm not. That.
Yeah, it was terrible.
This is what happens when Bamford comes back into training.
I am. What? It comes off the back of his heel.
Yeah.
That
is an awkward bounce. But you should have scored.
Yeah, but when you're a professional footballer we've seen
5 million.
Yeah, you should have been put. Luckily,
do you know what? Okay, I'm gonna put a line under this now. Yeah, right. So we're talking about 35 million. We're not going to pay 35 million. Okay, I've been looking at this earlier because I was going to bring it up on the podcast, but now's a great time. Okay, so because we got relegated, some of this stuff we have to pay. We don't have to pay anymore. It actually works out we paid more for Brendan Aronson than it does for Georginio Rutter. And then I looked at some other deals for people the same age, okay? So Cole Palmer to Chelsea was more than Georginio Rutter, right? And he's played 17 games of football in like 3 years. So in reality, 35 million for this lad, that's giving us such good football. He's a bargain. So fuck him.
Yeah, that shit. Should have scored. I don't give a shit. Should have scored.
Yeah, should have scored.
But we'll let him
35 million.
Yeah, go on, mate.
35 million total package, or do we pay 25 up front and the rest were add-ons, I think, wasn't it?
I think what we're going to end up having to pay in total now is 28 million euros.
Right, okay.
Which ain't that bad. What are you laughing at, James, you little shitbag?
Sorry, it's just the way he was like, so 25 million and then the rest in add-ons, like, there's going to be add-ons. It's more money.
And that's what I mean, because we're in the Championship, we probably won't have to pay them add-ons.
Yeah. So
they'll be subtracted.
It was all part of Radford Sandy's carefully conceived plan.
Yeah.
But
he is going to be. He's going to be a big player. And he's going to be a good player. Everyone can see that. Just at consistency, he's going to be, and finishing, he's going to be a really, really good player. And
yeah,
I'm just again. I think we've always said this loads of times, but we're all of us are really happy that it's come good for him because he stayed and all that shit.
He only got a 7.1 though from subs ago.
It was second.
Yeah, 2.9 is that miss. 2.9.
Yeah, I guess.
Miss, definitely. Yeah, got to be.
Yeah. What do you think to Dan James yesterday, James?
He scored, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
To be fair, mate, I watched a bit of the first half. I took my son out for his birthday, and then my phone died. So second half, I didn't catch any of it. I just had to get bits of from highlights and shit. I'm going to watch the full game again at some point. But he did okay. He was industrious, we'll say that. But he scored again, so he's been effective in games when he's playing. He's either assisting or scoring. Well, he's scored his first goal now, but that's what you can really ask of him, to put numbers on the board, basically. So
yeah, if you looked at his performances and the way he plays, and then looked at his numbers, then you'd think it's just strange, isn't it? But he's effective, like you just said. He's effective, and in this division, especially if you're bringing him off the bench, he's just going to frighten the shit out of some people in defence. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, Dan James.
Here's your stat for Dan James. Okay. He's got 5 goals and assists. No Leeds player has more. So Dan James has 1 goal and 4 assists.
Damn.
Rutter's just beyond him, and he with 2 or 2.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 2 assists, 2 goals. He should have more assists, to be fair, because he's set some really nice chances up for people.
It was his 5th goal in on his 50th club appearance, Dan James.
That's good.
Well done, Dan James.
Okay.
Archie Gray, mate.
Archie Gray, right back. I said Archie Gray should play right back ages ago. No one listened. Everyone thought I was a mentalist.
You are a mentalist. You shouldn't play right back, but he's really good at it.
He obviously watched the old episodes, didn't he? And he went, do you know what? Kev's got a point here.
Yeah. It's pretty damning for Ayling, isn't it, if you like?
Yeah.
He has played there for England, hasn't he?
Shaking me head. I'm here, boss. And it's like, yeah.
Actually, he has played there for England
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, for England under 12s or something.
Do you reckon Ayling's like, you ever watched South Park, the movie, Terrence and Phillip, when it was bobbing their heads around? That's what Ayling's like in the dressing room, and he's like,
I party once on the Cellar Blue Lagoon.
Hey there, guy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
That's him. That's Ayling in the dressing room. It is.
I'm not your guy, buddy. What we should do with Archie Gray, really, is just harness his DNA and just keep the Gray dynasty going for another 100 years or something.
We don't need to do that. Have you heard the situation behind Archie? There's about 10 more players coming through.
Yeah.
His brother's really good.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Scoring at 14, 15 in the under 18s.
Yeah.
So in another 5 years, we've just got an Archie regen, which is great.
Yeah.
That is, mate. It's
Gray dynasty going.
Which one is Archie's dad then? Is it Andy?
Easy. Yeah. He's
Andy.
And he played
for
us, didn't he?
Frank's granddad, and Eddie's his great uncle. So Eddie's
great
uncle.
nephew, yeah.
Did you watch the interview with him, Eddie and Archie?
I haven't watched it yet.
I've not seen it. Like, go on, mate.
Say that they're all fuming that he's like the youngest Gray to debut for Leeds United and shit and stuff. It's like I'm not really happy with it. I'm not really good at accents.
Imagine like they had this sort of like dynamic in the family where like all the kids hated Eddie, and they're like, "Oh, Eddie's coming around, he's talking shit again about Leeds," and there's like, "Guess what, Archie? I'm gonna do an interview," and it's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, all right, Eddie, sound right." We've all got an Uncle Nobber, don't we? Imagine Eddie was that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I love Eddie. But...
Well, he's dancing a pie, isn't that? Popping in. He's always giving them scruffs on the head and that because it's the wankers you and that. Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
Let's watch this game against Burnley when I scored these 2 amazing goals. Oh, not again, Eddie, please. Yeah, Archie
got
right back
rating as well.
Yeah, he was class, wasn't he? Like, I mean, he didn't do anything absolutely amazing, but he kept that winger quiet.
First 15 minutes were just like trying to find his level, but once he got the show of him, mate, I thought he was great. He won 12 duels, 4 tackles, the highest in the team. He's a cheat, mate.
That is crazy.
He's 17 and he's winning the most duels in the team. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
To be fair, that's because they did target him. They targeted the left wing, so
They said they didn't, but they did.
they did. Yeah, they did. They
course
hit
they
it
did.
quite a lot, and it's probably why he got the most duels because he was just better than the player that he was against.
Well,
He kept-
Their assistant was saying, "Oh, we didn't anticipate him at right back. They was expecting Ampadu for some weird reason, which I think
Yeah, right.
BS probably." But their game plan just seemed to be go down the wings and high, and then try and get a set piece and score from that set piece.
Yeah,
And that just seemed to be their game plan, didn't it?
yeah. They come at us quite quick. I think that's what a lot of teams will do. They'll start really quickly against us, try and get a quick goal or something, and then sit back like arseholes. But as long as we know that's happening, we can contain most of the shit that goes on now.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Too strong.
I thought like the first 10 minutes yesterday, I thought, okay, these can really. They weren't a bad side. I thought Bristol City they were very
No,
they were organised, and the first 10 minutes you were right. They came at us, and they did, and we just obviously withheld it. But how many balls did they play into the box? Do you think? Yes, there was loads, wasn't there? I think Roden and Strout must have won so many headers. If you've got any numbers on that, but especially Roden was winning loads. But James, you may have noticed this, right? Joe Roden, whenever he gives a foul away or gets a yellow card or something, doesn't he like throw his toys out of pram really bad, doesn't he? He's like, oh, like
he's got a right Welsh face on him when he does it.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So Joe Rodon,
Yeah.
he won 9 aerial duels, 8 clearances, 3 interceptions, even 4 passes into the final third.
It's good.
47 out of 58 successful passes. It's just, and like we said, he's got that pace, in case they do try and get behind us. He's got pace that Cooper doesn't have the legs for it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
He never really did have the legs for sprinting back, but now it's really sort of waning on him. But him and Strap, so good together.
Yeah.
They complement each other massively.
Oh, mate, yeah. Especially when we don't have to compensate putting Strike into right centre-back to put Cooper in there. And then I think we're already at a handicap already when we put Cooper. I love Cooper, don't get me wrong. He does lots for the club. He does loads for charity and stuff like that. I think it's just, he's over the hill for me. It's a good squad rotation, last 10 minutes to shore it up a maybe. But then you're quite telling that he brought Cresswell on over Cooper.
Yeah. But it's nice to have in the dressing room, like players like him and Ayling, because they probably know that they're at that point now where they're struggling in certain, parts of that game. They probably won't admit it, but they know in their heads and they know in their minds, like, we're old now, Dan, and we try and play football. We know the things we try and do and can't do anymore. So for them, it's going to be the same. Obviously a lot better than us, but I think having them in the changing room and being like, because they'll, especially Cooper as a Leeds fan, so he'll be G'ing them up and stuff, and it'll just be good to have around. Hopefully he stays on and he, I don't know, puts plasters on knees or something. I don't know what that means.
He can work in the scaffolding team. He looks like a scaffolder, doesn't he? That's what he's like.
Yeah.
He'll be the deep heat surgeon or something. The rubber when they come onto the pitch, just rub deep heat on someone's thighs or before the game.
Right, Dan, get out of your dirty mind, mate. Come on.
Oh no, yeah, well, damn.
I'm just saying what I've heard.
Just want him to rub me a bit. Oh,
yeah.
But
there's
a reason why. Yeah, there's a reason why he's been captain for so long, and the players. He is a voice. He was a Titan at one point for me. It was like that promotion season. He was class. It's just unbelievable for me.
Yeah, and Ben was really good together.
Yeah,
he's actually quite good on the ball, Cooper. He can pass the ball.
It's just a bit slow though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit.
He's slow at getting the ball out from his feet too. Sometimes I think he slows down some of that. He used to slow down some of the play quite a lot. But again, it'd be good to have around. But we can't rest on the same players forever. I look at Bielsa.
Not mate.
Bielsa's one of the whole new team.
He's moving on though, isn't he? You can see he's moving on. You can see he's played them in games. He knows that they've struggled. We can see where they've struggled at times. And now you can see like the 2 centre backs he's picked, his Road and the Stroke, they're going to be his centre backs. Borum has just fucking popped out nowhere and turned into the best left back we've ever had. And then as soon as Jed Spence comes in, I think that's our back four settled.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna take something monumental to dislodge one of them.
I was just about to say that we've got Nonto and Spence to come back into this team as well.
Yeah.
And Debbie does Dallas.
Yeah. It's looking stacked. I mean, if you look at the team from yesterday, you've got Melier, Strike, Dan James, and Somerville that are probably remnants from the Bielsa era, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got, obviously, the people around them. You can see the transition.
I think Dan James represents the downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. The point in which it tilted.
Yeah.
He wanted Dan James, didn't he, big time?
Yeah.
Realising that we could have got the chap from Napoli instead of Dan James. We could have got that Kashibalala. He's worth like mega bucks.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
If you say his name 3 times, your table and chairs will start levitating, so don't say it too far.
Yeah.
Kamara and
We got
Scalia.
James instead. Yeah. That's crazy. When I heard that.
And he was going for, we could have gone for 8 million as well. We got Dan James for 25. So yeah.
That's another arsehole scruncher.
But yeah, there's loads of them, mate. Don't start me on them. I watched a £100 million centre back playing football today for Man City that we could have got for 15 million. Don't. Okay, let's not do this.
Yeah. They're not doing well, are they?
They've lost 3 in a row. Yeah, 3
Phillips still didn't even play today.
No,
Still been gone.
that Rico Lewis started ahead of him. It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, and the Chelsea reject.
Yeah, he should have been sent off. Yeah,
From what I've heard, Calvin's happy to stay at City. Yeah.
he can't.
For the grapevine.
Watching Haaland every week, he loves it.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, when it comes to January, and he's got 6 months before could be one of his last major tournaments where he's got to play football. And if I'm being honest, next year's probably the best chance we'll ever have a win in a major tournament. He has to play.
4 years after might be a good chance as well. Got a good set of players going through. We just need to get rid of Southgate, I think.
Okay.
Henderson, man, you get rid of Henderson.
Okay.
But I think Arsenal are off them, weren't they? Looking at Phillips.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Liverpool as well.
Liverpool would be a good place for Calvin Phillips, I think. Really, really good place.
Or Arsenal would, I think.
Yeah, but would he get ahead of Royce, Odegaard, Partey?
Play with Royce.
Yeah.
Play with Royce in the back garden.
Yeah. No, Liverpool would be a good place for him, but let's not talk about that anyway. Don't play for us anymore.
Yeah. So we'll get back to Bristol City.
Yeah.
Bristol City. So
they were okay.
They were okay, and I'll tell you what I did like about them. I liked how they beat our press at times. They knocked it about quite nice around there, right on the back and beat our press. But that's about as much niceness I'm going to give them. What do you think of Perot's goal, guys?
It was a good finish.
I loved it.
Give him the eyes.
It was
through the player's
Perot,
face
definitely.
in front of him. You gave him the eyes. Go on, sorry.
Do you think he didn't mean it, James? Do you think he didn't mean it? Oh, yeah.
I think he meant it. He gave the keeper the eyes, but there was a player right in front of his face. He couldn't see his eyes.
And he megged him.
Yeah.
But he did meg it. It was a good finish. It reminded me a bit of Rafinha's goal against Everton.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he sort of pulled it across and through the player's leg.
It was the slowest 22-yard strike you've ever seen go into the bottom right.
Yeah.
It was.
If you look at it as a whole, right, it's classic Perot. If when I found out that he was signing for us through Big Fab, I went straight onto YouTube, looked at all his goals, and most of them were just well-placed goals. But, every now and then he does score a wonder goal, every now and then, but he's in the right place at the right time. Some of them tap in, so it's great, but that's what he's paid to do. But when we're up against it, 1-1, and they're just defending for their lives, they look knackered, by the way. And he pulls that one touch, and it's through the legs, and it's into the bottom right. Bottom right.
It's a very good finisher, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we paid 10 million for, and he essentially won us the game. And what's frustrating is that we need to put teams to the sword. Do you know what I mean? It's like so. How many times did Somerville have a chance?
Lots, mate. He's like a firecracker, isn't he? Yeah. I love him. I love Somerville. Absolutely, he bombs through people. Solid.
I do like Somerville, but I do think he needs to learn to release the ball earlier and stop hammering his shots and start placing them maybe too. But he's young, he's raw, and he's insanely talented, and he'd walk into any other team in that division as well. I like him
there as well.
Yeah,
Up to he's Premier League.
He's very, very good. His close control is amazing, and he gets out, especially in the middle of the park where you don't really see him. He's quite good in there, isn't he, as well, where he just nicks the ball around. He just it's more, his game is more mental than it is on his actual technique and skill.
Yeah, I think
about this.
Yeah, go on, mate. Press him about it.
Sorry, mate,
I think that there's times where he looks like he's going to get tackled. There's about 3 or 4 players converging on him, and then he just sort of just glides through them, and I'm like, oh, I love that.
Yeah,
So good at doing it, man. Then he gets.
He's got lightning pace as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're saying about the three men around him and stuff, if you cast your mind back to when we played Bournemouth and we won 4-3, that Nonto pass, he got onto that, and he can finish. I think sometimes he has too much time. Yesterday he got the joint 3 big chances created yesterday. Yeah, and I think once he gets his calmness,
yeah, he can finish. I think he's really trying to score goals, isn't he? Because he knows that like, when we're on top of teams and we should be burying them, and I think he's really trying to sort of take the ball by the horns and just start sticking goals away. But yeah, I think a bit of composure, and he'll, like I said, you said about 5 or 7 goals, I said about 10. He could bag up to fucking anything in this league if he just opened his eyes a little bit more and calmed himself down a bit. But yeah,
I've got to shout props to their keeper as well, that O'Leary, because that were a good save that he did. He knocked it onto the bar. I mean,
David coming back to haunt us.
Yeah,
I think when you look at like what Farke sees in some of, at least, I think he ultimately wants him to play in a 10, don't he? I think that's what he said a couple of times where he sees him. But I think some of him, he just drifts across the whole thing, and I like him.
Yes.
But I do think out of like him and Nonto will create bigger chances than what some of it will, because he's a bit smarter, especially when he gets down that line and he plays the ball across. But when they're both fully fit and on fire, I think them two are just going to tear defences apart. And I think you'll see Nonto sign a new deal before January too. But that's just
is that an exclusive from you, Kev?
Yeah, it definitely is. I saw it in
paged him yesterday.
The tea leaves. Now I think again, James, you're right. He can get a lot of goals, but sometimes I think he tries a bit too hard in front of goal too. And he's going to get better. I think he's got the right coach again. It's mad how some of these players come on. But I guess there was another player yesterday too, right? That not many people are talking about, but I'll let Danny talk about him. What do you think about Glen Kamara, Danny?
Mate, he's fast becoming one of my favourite players for Leeds United. Honestly, mate, I like the way he can drop a shoulder and readjust his feet. So, I mean, can you imagine having a dance off with him at a wedding? It'd absolutely do you.
Whose wedding though? That's the most important question of it.
Cha-cha slide, mate. He'll absolutely send me for an hot dog. But he, honestly, mate, he's so underrated by our fans. Well, some of our fans. He got they give him the assist for Perot. He just that. He can just pick a pass. He can shift his feet. He can adjust his body. He can drop a shoulder, and honestly, mate, I just love him. I absolutely love him. Likes camera action. That's all I can say, mate.
Yeah, but you can see why he was brought in. Then like, with all the players that have come in, you can see exactly why they've come in and the reasons for why they've been brought in. They haven't just been brought in for the sake of buying players. We've needed shit, and they are fulfilling that need. So, yeah,
I can't think of anybody who's come in that's been crap. The only person obviously we haven't seen, but he's not had the chance to do it.
One chance, and he blew it. Fuck off.
But Gruev's not really had a chance either, has he? And he's not really. But then he did an amazing tackle yesterday as well, didn't he? It's an absolute class tackle, big beast. So it's just this has been the best transfer window I can remember for a long time. Really, really.
What I love about Gruev as well,
complete transfer. Sorry, the complete transfer. The whole where everybody's coming and hit the ground running. It's like they know what they're doing in the scouting team and the technical director, the sports directors and shit. It's like they know what they're doing, isn't it? Big Mad Greta headbutting kids and that to get players in the door.
It's Steinson. But like you say, I like the fact that he has not just thrown Grove in because it's his player who's brought him in. And it's been like, you'll get your chance, but you got to wait. Simple as that. We're playing well. We don't need you to come straight in. And he'll get his chance at some point, I think. But I like the way that he's been sort of like, he's having to wait for it. So,
he'll get his chance.
Seems he's doing something right. Yeah. What do you say, mate?
So he'll get his chance. He will.
How many games is there left? 55?
We've played 11.
35, yeah.
It feels like we've played about 20 already as well, doesn't it?
Like in Premier League teams, I've only played 3 games.
We've still got the FA Cup to go. We've still got... There's going to be an injury at some point. There's going to be people that are unavailable. He'll get his chance. And you say about the tackle from Gruev, which were great. Kamara made the tackle and he created... It was a great tackle as well. I really do like Kamara, and I think he is... I think he didn't play well against Southampton, but bump in the road, wasn't it?
He didn't play well. He had like a first half where he just weren't involved in the game at all. He didn't do anything wrong, but he just weren't involved. In the second half, he started getting involved a bit more, but we were sort of too far behind there. But why don't you invite him to the 3 Peaks?
He did the 4 Peaks, so.
Oh yeah, he probably does. Yeah.
Yeah, of course he would have conquered 4. Yeah.
Yeah, the Scottish one. So.
Oh yeah.
What's the Scottish one called?
It's called the
Rangers.
It's got the 4 Peaks, laddie.
Yeah,
the 4 laddies they call it.
He's good. He is good. If he's done 4 Peaks and he's playing well for us, then yeah, I'm happy.
He got a 7.2.
How do the fuck? All right, okay. So we'll talk about somewhere else now. Then, how the fuck do we catch Leicester and Ipswich? Just keep winning. Is that his best way?
Don't worry about other teams, mate. Don't worry about other teams. We worry about us. It's the pressure's on them not to look.
I'm not saying that we're not going to. I'm asking you this question. I just want to put this out there. I'm not saying that we're not, because I'm a supreme confident that we're going to be up there come the end.
I've got a plan, but you'll have to come with me and back me up on it. Agreed?
Okay.
Right, so what we do is we go to every home and away Leicester game and we shine laser pens in Herman's eyes every game for 90 minutes. We'll need a lot of batteries, a lot of tickets, loads of money, time and effort, and BLT sandwiches.
Say no more.
Or we all get disguises as Matt Elliott, all 3 of us, and just start sprinting up and down the pitch. Eventually, they'll put one of us on.
Guess Simon Grayson could help us get him, can't he? The Blue Man Group. We'll get Simon Grayson to help
3 lads dressed with just latex blue skin.
And with green screen suits, and so no one can see us.
Yeah.
If anyone says, "Oh, it was Blue Man Group," we'll just go, "Oh, have you heard that song, I'm Blue?" And then we can say we're Eiffel 65.
Yeah. Revamped.
Revamped. Oh, Kev's gone.
Kev. It's in a bit then, Kev. I think he's not really happy about our answer for dismantling Leicester from the top. I think he's not.
He really doesn't like Eiffel 65, does he?
Yeah, I hate that answer. I'm going there.
For those audio listeners and not watching the visual thing on YouTube, Kev's just dropped out. I don't know if he took offence or not.
He does really love the idea of us dismantling Leicester's top position a different way than what we've suggested. Maybe next time he asks us, we'll get the answer right and he'll stay. But he's just gone. Anyway, so like they are quite far ahead right now, but they're not gonna win every game. And at the moment, Ipswich, they're having to outscore the teams they're playing pretty much every game. That ain't going to happen all season. If it does, play to them, because that'll be an amazing thing to do. But I don't think that'll happen either.
What Ipswich says to me, they're having to come back in some games. You know what I mean? They're winning like 3-2s or 4-3s and 1-0s. It's
lost 1-4
defence. to us. And it normally, what it says to me is that's a leaky defence. What happened all season. There's 34 more games to go. Leicester are the same. They'll get injuries. No team. I mean, Burnley lost 3, but I think Burnley literally ran away with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we won't. Leicester and Ipswich can't do that. I'm just saying, at this moment in time, I think they're on a good run. I mean, nobody expected Preston or Ipswich to be where they are. We all expected it were either going to be Leicester, Southampton, or us in that top 2 spot.
Yeah.
But it's just, we've lost 2, drawn 4, and won the rest.
Yeah. I mean, our start's been a bit, we've had our reasonings for our sort of patchy start, but in terms of the performances, it's not been that patchy. In most of the performances, I think, considering what we've had in terms of players available, I think we've done pretty fucking good. Do you know what I mean? I think we dominated most games. Even the Southampton game, it wasn't like they absolutely battered us. They were just had these 3 moments in the first half where we were just like sleeping and we couldn't really get into it, but they didn't batter us at all. So I'm happy with where we are right now, because I know that they are going to get better. I know that some players that still are yet to hit their top form. We've still got better players to come back, as we've already mentioned. So where we are, I'm comfortable. I mean, I like the fact that we're sort of below and we ain't really got to worry too much about staying there. Do you know what I mean? It's just like we'll just keep plugging along, because they're the ones that will be like looking over their shoulder.
Yeah, the pressure's on them to not mess up. They'll be going to each game. Yeah, we've got momentum, but we're closing in. I think, is it 19 points we're on? They're on 30. So we are closing that. As long as we keep winning, I'm not bothered. It's a marathon. We all know what this is like. Last time we were in the Championship, the emphasis was on us not to mess up.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And I think we know that if we've got the legs, I think we've got the legs to catch them. You've got to be positive as a Leeds fan. I know naturally we're quite pessimistic because of all the trauma we've been through, like we were saying last week. But there's plenty more losses in the top 4. I mean, we're 5th at the minute, but you just got to be confident, mate. And I am. We've still got Nonto to come in. We've got Gruev. We've got Anthony off the bench. We've got Dan James off the bench. We've got January to go. We might look to get some more additions. And luckily, we've hardly had any major. We've still got Firpo to come back as well.
Firpo, yeah.
And at this level, he should be boss in it.
They should be back by the time we come back in.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And it's great.
Yeah.
This team, obviously, there's a lot of tribalism in football. I've seen a lot of Leicester fans saying that we're going to break the points record, which is 106. It's great to have that confidence, but we all said the same. We've got the best squad on paper. Do you know what I mean? So, just tribalism. It's pure. We won't know until the end of the season who's had the better season, obviously. But as long as, like you say, we're battering teams. Apart from Southampton, I can't think. Like even Birmingham, we lost 1-0. That was a penalty. Just a bit of stupidity by Dan James. But that team, that team were rubbish. We had Jan Poveda at 10, and we had who was it at left mid?
Geldhart. We had Poveda, Dan James, and Shackleton.
As if by magic. Oh, he's gone again. Kev dropped in, and then he's gone again.
You're still talking about Leicester, so he was like, I'm not having it. Give me my answer.
But the key to being a Leeds fan is just thinking positive, in my opinion.
Can you tell Twitter that, please? Can you tell Twitter that, please? Because
if I told Twitter that, mate, they'd dox me and burn down my house.
Because they think being a Leeds fan is being nihilistic every week. Every time something goes against
it's not real, is it?
Say what should happen. We're shit. Everything is shit.
Yeah.
So
if you don't, the biggest lesson I've learned is you can't. If you let things that you can't control you, then you'll never be happy. So You've got a bit up there, a bit of stoicism out there from Marcus Aurelius. Shout out to the Roman Emperor. Why be worried about something you can't control? Is what I'm saying. But
exactly.
this is a Leeds United podcast, not
being a fan
stoicism.
though. Being a fan though, we also like take sort of entitlement from it, don't we? And we're like, well, not all of us, but a lot of fans are like, I support you, so you've got to be blah 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 blah. We are, Leeds are here before we were here, and they'll be here when we're gone. We're just part of their journey. We just support them on their journey, and it could be ups and downs, but that's the way you've got to look at it. Like, I can never shit on them too much. Like, when we're bad and we're playing bad and we're not in a good way, yeah, you can admit that, and you can say, oh, we're not very good at the moment. But before every game, in the moments, I'm like, come on, this is going to be the game where we turn around and we show them. And that's the way I've got to be now. I can't not be that way. I can't go into a game thinking, oh, it's going to be shit, going to lose, it's going to be crap, because I won't want to watch it. What's the point of doing that? What's the point of putting yourself through that torment? Have hope. I mean, having hope is, the be all of what a fan is like, you're supposed to support your team. If they are bad, support harder so they get good, or at least fucking show them that you're in it with them. Do you know what I mean? That's just my philosophy on being a football fan.
A lot of people want a negative because it keeps
prove themselves right.
Yeah, in a way, to prove themselves right. So like, oh, I told you so. But that's on you. I can't think like that. I mean, sometimes I do during the game. I do say negative stuff like, oh, that was a rubbish pass, but it's gone. It's past. We could go down this rabbit hole for ages.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather just be positive all the time, and then when you get it right, you get it right. If you get it wrong, also be it. The next game's going to come along. You be positive about it. You can take the piss out of players. It's all a good crack. Yeah. When we lose, like obviously it's funny. You can take the piss out of them.
We could lose 5 in a row. Last season.
Yeah.
When we were absolutely dog.
Yeah.
Before every game, I was like, right, I'm excited. You get that butterfly feeling. It's like that now. And under Bielsa, that the promotion season, elation every week. You know what I mean?
I know. I think there's a lot of fans expecting that the same sort of gung ho approach with us now, because we should be up the top, and we've got all the best players. Well, not the best players. We've got like better players for this league, so we should be up there. So, but I'm happy with the way we're playing. I'm happy that we are slightly more pragmatic than. I'm not saying like I like Farke's football better than Bielsa's. I love Bielsa's football, but I like the fact that there's this emphasis on being able to defend correctly, and not just being this sort of like, it's me versus you, man on man. If you beat me, okay, we have to accept that you beat me as a man on man. Whereas now there's a bit of backup in the defence, and it's like there's jobs that they know what they're doing. We're dealing with balls like I've never seen us deal with so many balls in the box as well as we are right now. And even Melier, his punching has improved like tenfold from over the past few seasons. So I like that and I like the fact that we're not rushing into like just flying forward like at times last season that we were doing. We'd fly forward with no sort of idea of where the fuck we were going. We were just hitting balls into blind alleys just to get us up the field. Whereas now, we're like, no, we won't push up unless we know that we can push up and we can keep the ball while we're pushing up. So I love that about us.
What we'll say, just what you're saying there, on yesterday's game, the movement and synergy between the players hit a new peak for me yesterday. Just where Rutter just turned and he slots in Somerville. He knew where it was before he even looked. I mean, he did a quick scan, but he knew where Somerville were going to run. And honestly, mate, I think we said last week, I think we said game 15 is a good barometer of where. I mean, I think originally I said game 10, but we are a couple of weeks behind everyone because it took a while to take over Farke and the players to come in.
And the transfer window and that as well,
yeah. So come week 15, I think that'll be a good barometer to see where we are on the levels of Farke ball. Yeah. And yesterday, Rutter's just insane. I think he's such raw potential. It's unbelievable. You can see why we wanted to buy him at such a high price. He's only 21, but his ceiling, mate, he's up there. He'll be one of the good ones. If he keeps like humble beginnings and all that, in the Championship. Granted, he came from Hoffenheim and stuff, but what I mean is that if he's dropped down to the Championship and he's playing his game, and you're getting kicked and pushed, and you get your cheeky like strikers like Andy Carroll. And my mate played against Andy Carroll in the youth teams, and he said that Andy Carroll was horrible to play against because he, on a corner when the ref weren't looking, he'd stand on your toes and pull your shirt and stuff like. And that's what you get in the Championship.
Cheater.
Yeah,
Cheating bastard.
yeah, that's what you get in the Championship.
Yeah, you do.
And there's no VAR. Look at the West Brom goal. We slapped it in. Think, don't matter. It's a goal. Do you know what I mean? So Rutter is honestly, one day he'll reach heights. I just can see it now. Like,
no,
and the best thing, going back, not to go on too much of a tangent, mate. Sorry, but
John,
what you're saying about Farke and stuff, like he's got the tools which Bielsa didn't, in my opinion. Bielsa took an average squad, made them great, but then couldn't add as much.
Yeah,
he got Junior Firpo and Dan James, didn't he?
Dan James. When we needed another new 11, basically,
and
or another 6 or 7.
Allegedly, he says, right, let's replace all the team. But Rads went, no, I can't. Me skin toe.
We can't.
And he's just, Farke has the tools to get us up, and there's statistically, he's won it twice. Therefore, he's the best person to probably get us out of this league. He's a wise choice, in my opinion. I've said on previous podcasts, he is a natural successor to Bielsa. Jesse Marsh should have never come in for me.
No, he shouldn't have never come. Should have never been a football manager. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, you're right. I think like Farke, he's been there and done that, hasn't he? Like he knows what he's doing, and we can see. I can see from week 1 the improvement of how we have been not going forward by game. No, obviously you're going to get the odd anomaly like this Southampton game. It's going to happen. It's fucking football. You can't expect every team to bow down to us. You're going to get some fight at some point. But and I've been saying from day one as well, this is just the beginning. Like you've said, the synergy and like the knowing where people are, you get better and better, and the attacks will become quicker and quicker, and there'll be games where teams will just not be able to live with us. And if we have our shooting boots on in them games, we could fucking hit 5 or 6, and that's not even an exaggeration. That's not me being like ridiculously like Leeds biased tinted. The way we play and the chances that we've been even creating in these last few games, 5 or 6 easy. Like not even like blinking an eye.
You said about Rutter, he's created 11 chances. I think.
Well, exactly.
I think that I think it's the highest in the league so far. I think the closest one's on 7.
Yeah, and if you look at the goals he should have scored as well himself, like it's been in places where he should be on about fucking 6 or 7 goals himself, and he's creating 11 big chances a game. Once we hit our stride, like with all of them, like, you get like a Jed Spencer coming in as well. Like I am so looking forward to that dynamic, because that right side is going to get massively tied down once he comes in there. I'm really excited for that. Massively excited for where we can go from this point, because I think we're still probably about 40-50% of our potential. I think that's my opinion.
It's only natural for a new, because we are a new team.
Yeah,
we're creating that bonding gel, and we need to play more games in order to do that. Like the movement. Gel. Yeah,
you took it like the 3 peaks again there, mate.
Did I mention that?
You're right though, mate. You're right.
Yeah, because me and you both play football, and we know what it's like to have teammates and the personalities and the traits of that player. And obviously, I don't play professional. I'm just an amateur Saturday league player, but still, like the patterns of play, the running, the passes, and the pragmatism from Farke. The only gripe I had yesterday was that we needed to put our chances away, kill them. Some of us had a fair few chances to put them away. Rutter had that chance. It's bounced. It's hit the back of his heel.
Yeah,
and it's gone over. But anywhere else, that trickles in. But he should have.
That's Bamford. He gets absolutely slated and hammered for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bamford would have got absolutely crucified. Romans would have come back and pinned him to a cross.
He would have shaved his head completely. He went, "You're bald for the rest of your life, mate."
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, it's nice to be in this position. It's nice to be in a position where things things look like they're only going to get better. That's touching wood, because we are Leeds, and you know,
We don't do it the easy way, do we?
we don't do it the easy way. But I'm liking everything that's happening so far. The results are getting better. We're being dominant, but not to the point where we're 100%. Like, I think yesterday we're probably at about 80% of just. Do you know what I mean? It's like we just did enough to get through the game, and we're not like the teams that we're coming up against aren't really putting us under that amount of pressure that we have to do more. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it seems comfortable. Like, I'm not worried about watching. Even the Southampton game, we're 3-0 down. I was still like in my head, like, second half we can pull this back. With the players we've got, we can pull this back. Obviously, it just weren't to be, but massively like confused by the next few games. But I fucking hate international breaks, mate. It drives me insane.
Yeah, they are quite boring. Let's not forget that Bristol aren't exactly a rubbish team. They did play some good stuff yesterday.
They did.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and they put us under pressure. The 14th now. They've won 2 of the last 5.
Yeah.
Lost 3 now because they've played us, but still their away record were really good.
Yeah. Like, it's not disrespectful to say that they're a decent championship team.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Like, and it's like any of the teams that we've played, I've not like, it's not a case of me saying like, oh, these are all shit teams. I mean, I'd say it because like I'm a Leeds fan, so you just say it as a crack, but we've just been a level above them for most of them, and that's I'm not being like all biased. I mean, that's what it's looked like watching the games. It's just like we've been a level above them, and we're still not hitting our peak. So, like, yeah, Bristol City, like I said, some of the passing at the back when they were breaking our press was really fucking good, and I thought fair play. But then we were just stopping them at another point in the pitch. So, like, Bielsa, for instance, not just keep talking about him, but Bielsa, like, once our press was broken at the top by that one player that was doing the pressing, we looked like we were going to concede because they're just that one player would just walk all the way down the pitch, and it was like nobody's going to them because they'd be having their own man. So it's like, but we look like once they break through a part of our press, our game, there's like a plan, right? Okay, you get through that bit, now get through this bit, and that's the way it looks like we're working at the moment, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing, mate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's the only way is up for me. I mean, I love Farke ball.
Yeah,
100%.
Me too. I like the players. I like the manager. I like the feeling. Majority of where we're at the moment. Obviously, we've still got these absolute numbskulls just babbling shit on Twitter that drive me. Like, I keep finding myself writing a tweet out to them or replying to them and going, I don't really want to fucking talk to them. I don't really want to get into a debate about them. It's pointless. I'm like, oh, fuck it, I can't be bothered. Like, I only ever comment on like the funny ones. Yeah.
I'm the same. Like on my on the Not Another Leeds account, and I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't think Kev's coming back, is he, mate?
It's not. No, I don't think he is.
I think he's gone and grabbed his Leicester poster and is punching it. And he's waiting for
He's got some red Leicester cheese and crackers to calm himself down.
He's got some Goldie gloves signed by Kasper Schmeichel that he's put on his feet.
Watching YouTube of foxes playing.
It's a bit shitty, isn't it? I'm going to ask you a question about Leicester, and then I'm going to fuck off because I don't like your answer.
We're kidding, Kev. We're kidding, Kev.
Nah, he's probably gone off for whatever reason. But anyway, I think there's not really much else to talk about, mate. You got anything you want to add on to that?
No, mate. We've covered everything, haven't we? Really. I mean, going into an international break, twiddling his thumbs. It's a good way to. What I will say, it's a good way to end after the Southampton game. It's a good way to. It's a good game to finish on today.
Well, the 2 games, and then, getting 2 wins after that. It's just like, without really sound bad, but like I know it was 1-0 and 2-1, without really struggling. to sort of.
Yeah. No, like,
Do you know what
I
I
think
mean?
we didn't get out of third. Didn't get out of third gear. QPR, I thought we showed them a bit too much respect towards the end,
Yeah.
where they were just lumping the ball and we were just sort of soaking it up, which we shouldn't have done. But
No.
it were very pragmatic in the end, wasn't he? By bringing defenders on. But
That's
we're covering
right.
all ground, aren't we? So
That's it, yeah. So, I think we'll have to call this one a day, lad. And
yep.
I think we'll be back on Thursday. Me and Kev, I think Friday with you guys on Not Another Leeds podcast. So, thanks for joining us. If you can like and subscribe, if you want to. I mean, you only asked if you do it. Don't, but
do it now.
Please do it. Please do it. And obviously, go and subscribe and like the Not Another Leeds podcast with Danny, please. That'd be nice.
Pretty please.
And we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Ciao for now.